All right, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Let's see what's going on today. I just want to say to you that for all I have been talking about these last 2 months with March and April astrology, it is going to lighten up in May. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not an oncoming train for once. Yay. However, this week we do need to stay grounded. Okay. This week is going to be a little challenging. I feel like, especially for the divine feminine. I did a twin flame reading yesterday, and that twin flame reading was about the divine masculine finally letting go of an old story. That's a big deal. The feminine energy was just kind of waiting. So this week with Venus conjuncting Saturn, this is going to be going on for, it's going to feel like at least 10 days to you, 10 days, 2 weeks. And so there is some lesson for the divine feminine. So I want to kind of zero in on that a little bit today. Later today, I will post a reading also about the Mars Pluto opposition that's happening later this week. And these are collective messages. So if this message is for you, you will feel it in your resonance, you will feel it in your body. If it's not for you, you might try to, fit yourself into it or get angry with it. So I just want you to, if you ever get angry with a reading, and this is not just my readings, because it's sort of like, no, that's not how it is. No, 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 no. If you find yourself doing that, then it isn't your reading. Okay. It's really, just move on from it. All right. So let's see what's going on for everybody in this space. Great adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. Talked quite a bit about that when we moved into Taurus season, or maybe it was in my Taurus reading, the opposite energy of Taurus, Scorpio, of course. And that is all about risk versus security, and about, sometimes we need to take more risk. Sometimes we need to create more security. And this time it's about leaning into the wind, leaning into maybe a challenge, or pushing through. If you've ever been doing something and you hit sort of a wall, or you hit an initial resistance. This is initial resistance, not like, oh, I've been doing this for years and all of a sudden I hit some resistance. This is like, oh, I think this is a great path for me, and I'm going to go down here, and I have some natural success at it or something, and then I hit a little resistance. Push through it. Okay. Be determined, be persistent, and see what happens. It's not spirit telling you that it's not for you. It's spirit saying you need to up your game. Okay. Up your game a little bit. Begin now. Take your first step. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Wow. This is some beautiful energy here. Taking shelter. The answers are within. I feel like that is maybe what's being asked of the divine feminine. I do feel like I said that yesterday in that reading about looking within. And this could be what's going on. I don't remember if it was the divine feminine or the divine masculine, but I am talking to a collective right now of energies that identify as divine feminines. This is some masculine energy with this take a risk, begin now, moving forward. But there's something here about your heart, the heart chakra, and the opening your heart to joy is maybe something that has been a little bit of a challenge for you. Maybe you have been hurt in the past. So this could be about anything. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is a love reading, but this is about feelings that resistance maybe can be something that is a creative challenge, or is, a challenge dealing with a person, dealing with a situation that it was like an unexpected kind of resistance. Okay. So staying in your heart chakra is really the way to go here. The answers are within. More shuffling, please. Okay. More shuffling. All right. All right. Let's see where we're going here. Just feel the need to get a little grounded right now. All right. Good. 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Five of Wands. This is resistance. And it might feel familiar to you. So you might be like, okay, I'm opening my heart to love again, or I'm excited to go down this road. And there's that pain again. There's that hurt again, the Three of Swords. I'm really going to see it for what it is. I'm not going to project it onto anybody else. I'm going to work at it. Five of Wands is about, in this deck, it's the Mermaid deck. Five of Wands can be about more kinds of resistance, other people showing resistance to you. Maybe you're having some kind of breakthrough and you do feel this Three of Swords resistance. So maybe you're like, oh, I don't want to get outside of my comfort zone too much. But remember, the Scorpio Taurus energy, we are in Taurus season. In order to be a successful Taurus, you must take some risks during your life. In order to create abundance for yourself, you're going to have to get out of your box. And that's what this is saying to me. Okay. Two of Pentacles, Justice. Look at that. The same kind of energy of this or that, this or that, this or that. Do I go this way? Do I not go this way? You'll know. I feel like you'll know. I feel like some of you have felt like you've been treading water for a while. And there's going to be a new idea or a new inspiration coming in, especially if some of you have been trying to weigh up the pros and cons or the good idea versus, is this a good idea? Is this not a good idea? You know, I want to go in this direction, but oof, I got hurt before. I really want to open my heart to love, but oof, is that a great idea given what happened before? Okay, there's something like that going on. King of Pentacles, wow. 10 of Cups in the middle, and the Moon. New Moon in Taurus coming up. This is abundance coming in. And it can be coming from this willingness to take a risk on this new idea, this new inspiration. Being willing, you're not taking a risk on the idea, you're taking a risk on yourself. Judgment. Eight of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is I have a interesting download right now for somebody. This may not be for all of you, but this risk is about going away from something that is fine. It's not falling apart around your ears. It's okay. And to do this, that's why it's a risk, because you're going to immediately get this, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of feeling. But I feel like that's something that has worked for a while or has been good for a while, and you're getting some downloads or you're getting some information or you're going to get some information that says, well, it's not really what you want ultimately. So you're going to have to move this forward, or you're going to have to get out of a comfort zone. You're going to have to stop, sort of sitting in this 10 of Cups. 10 is the end of a cycle. And this 8 of Cups is to walk away. 8 of Cups is always about walking away from something before it's over. So it's not like you've said to yourself, oh, well, this is done, for a long period of time. It's the idea that it's not really going anywhere. And this is what happened with me back in 2016. And I was making video for companies, and it was very, I liked it okay. Like, it was something that I was teaching people about, like, using video, and it was still like, what's this YouTube thing you're talking about, and all of that. And there was no growth to it, right? There was no growth to it. I didn't feel like I was growing. I feel like it was something that I could share, some information that I could share with people that I did think was going to help. I did get fair amount of pushback on it because it's outside, it's way outside of a lot of people's comfort zones to be on video, as some of you already know. If you've wanted to do something like this and then been like, oof, I don't think I want to take a video of myself. Whoa. Right. Like there's that. And there's a sense of like, it's something you can do or have been doing in your life, but you're starting to witness a stagnation. There's no growth here. And you're being challenged to really grow with this Ace of Wands. There's this new idea coming in, a new inspiration, some kind of breakthrough happening. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay, now I see it. Because here's the breakthrough again with the Judgment card. This is like a call to action. And then it's like, I'm going to walk away from this. So this can be a relationship. This can be a business partnership or a career path or something like that, where, you've just kind of taken it as far as it's going to go. And there's nothing left for you there. You might have even said to yourself, I don't know what the next step is here. This feels like, kind of the end of the road. And I'm here to validate that suspicion. So this is different than the initial, like, I'm excited about something and I'm putting effort in and I have some natural affinity for it and I hit some resistance. And so I push through that by either learning some new stuff or whatever. This might be about the end of the road for something. So there's a need to figure out the difference here. If this is a new relationship that's hit kind of a growth plateau or hit some kind of plateau, try moving it forward, okay, and see what happens. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Lean into Scorpio, and Scorpio is about death and transformation. So lean into that a little bit. This is also about finding your tribe or finding your true partner. So some of you could be in a relationship that, it's okay. We get along great and we have fun, but there's just something missing. If you're feeling like there's something missing, this is the Venus conjunct Saturn. Okay, because Saturn is sort of like Saturn showing up saying, okay, Venus, you have said that you didn't want a toxic partnership anymore. Checkbox. And you're now either on your own and you've been doing great on your own, or you're in a relationship that you feel like, I don't know if this is really it. There just is something missing. So this Ace of Wands comes in. Yeah, look at that. You get some kind of downloads. Look at the opening up of the light flooding into her. And the sword is authenticity. She's like, wow, look at this. Wheel of Fortune. This is your destiny. Four of Swords. This is about take time to incubate this idea or this direction. Yep, before you go forward. Chariot. Take some time. Take some time to kind of ruminate with it. So the new moon in Taurus coming on the 27th is likely going to bring some kind of insight. It is a new moon, and so it's the darkness, right? The full moon is the bright moon. The new moon is no moon. And so there's something here about you having to kind of find your way in the darkness. Finding your way in the darkness. Talk to me about the moon here. Ten of Wands. Woo! Ten of Swords. Look at all the tens around her. Seven of Swords. And the World. Yep, there's something. I feel like some of you are not being honest with yourself about a situation that's done. And it doesn't, Ten of Swords is not my favorite card, but I also feel like there's this Ten of Wands, like you might be have experience in your life. Well, you put everybody on your shoulders and you're the one who carries the burden, or it's natural for you to think things need to be hard in order for them to be at all serviceable. And if something is just okay, it's going along, doing just fine. I I feel like this Ace of Wands is really going to rock you out of that and be like, oh wow, I want to go in this new direction. So some of you could be moving physically, leaving behind a neighbor group, a friend group, a work comradeship, colleagues, whatever. Moving on from this. Judgment. Yeah, there's a moving card. Four of Wands. Fool. Definitely the moving card. Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So this is a creative expansion. This is time for creative expansion. And I do feel like some of you have a lot of creativity to share that you have been working on. In this instance, this Nine of Wands is saying to me that there's a lot that you have learned. A lot of you have built up something really, some kind of cool voice or artistic expression or some kind of idea. And it can only be offered in kind of a bigger way. I feel like you might feel like where you are is either too small for it or you're, staying in your box. Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, and Pisces is very creative energy. So the Saturn energy says, are you sure you want to stay here? Because I think there's something new for you. I think there's something new for you. So let's keep going with this. If this is your reading, there's a link below. I'm going to look at what you don't see coming. I'm going to go deeper into what is unfolding here. Okay? All right. Link is below if you want to continue on. Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.